Hi y'all, it's Kathy. Well, I decided that I was going to turn the video camera on while I do this other fireplace. I'm going to be trying to prepare it for putting rice papers on it. You'll probably hear my dogs barking and my husband may come in here. I don't know. Anyway, I have to clean the fireplace off first. I had Steve remove the little ornamental decoration. It's quite dirty back there behind that thing. So I wanted to show y'all how you prepare something to be painted or decoupaged or whatever. You just basically clean it with a good cleaner. I'm using bleach because I like bleach for everything. I know that's probably wrong, but that's what I like to do. Sometimes I use a paint thinner or remover or something if it's hard paint to get off or something. I'm not really trying to get the paint off. I just want to get a little rough surface. And I'm not sure how far this video is going to go because I'm not sure about what I'm doing today. So I've never done something like this. I usually just use flat, easy surfaces, and this one has all kinds of trim on it and everything. But anyway, it's just for fun. So we'll see how far it goes, and I'm going to focus on the fireplace. So hope y'all are having a great day, and I'll come back and say goodbye at the end. Thanks for watching. I don't know if I'll be talking or concentrating. So for now, I can talk because I just have to bleach it. I'm actually going to be putting some birds, some steampunk birds. Let me see if I can show you a picture. Trying to put these steampunk birds on the sides and then put some, I think it's watches and things like that on it. Anyway, something new to do. Here we go. I'm just going to be focused on the area down here right now. These, and I have to get my sides figured out. These sides in this area. I'm not going to worry about this right now. I'll probably paint it a different color because white's not going to go with the things I'm putting on here. So that's going to be my station for holding all my stuff. And I was really kind of ran out of my matte Mod Podge, so I'm going to just use my gloss Mod Podge. It doesn't really matter, or it doesn't seem to for me, as long as it holds it on there. I'm going to work on this corner first. Over here. I'm just applying the Mod Podge up here, and I want to get it a little above where I need to be because I want to make sure it sticks on all the edges. And I'm going to take this a little at a time because this picture has got to bend down over that trim piece right there. So I'm going to try to get it to that part. I'm not sure how wide it is actually. I set it up here, but I don't know exactly how wide it was. Okay. Do that. Make sure I have a plastic bag handy so that if I need to do some smoothing, also use my brush on that. Remember that I wanted it about a thumb's length from the edge. Try to line it up evenly with the top of that. trying to press out the wrinkles a little bit if I can. It's in a plastic bag. That way, if you use your fingers, it'll pull the paper up. So you use a plastic bag and try to smooth out your wrinkles as best you can. Well, there's the first one. Steve wanted them at the bottom, but they just won't fit. So I'm gonna put them there. And that's as far as I'm going on that one right now. I've got to let it dry a little before I start. I'm gonna have to cut I think I'm gonna have to cut up this one and just cut here so that I can, or cut into there so I can lay it down. That's gonna be some things that I'm gonna have to figure out. Anyway, I'm gonna go to the next one on the other side. I'm gonna do the same thing that I did on the other side. Just get my, we'll do this in segments because I'm not real sure about what I'm doing here. I'm just gonna put on Mod Podge on here. You can use other, you know, Pint-Art and all different kinds of companies make adhesives you can use. I just always seem to have Mod Podge on hand. So that's what I'm using. I never know when I'm gonna get to these crafts, and sometimes I have the supplies and sometimes I just use what I have. So make sure you have a nice even coat of Mod Podge. And what's hard on this is that I don't even know if when they print this stuff, if they print it evenly, because sometimes it's even and sometimes it's not quite even and you have to work it around. Get my plastic bag ready. Sort of like working with wallpaper, you know. About a thumb's length from the edge there. See, that's not even. That's what I mean. They don't cut the tops exactly even. Okay, not sure on. Glue on that side. It's a little over there. Oh, there's a place in the fireplace. That's what that is. Okay, I'm not gonna mess with this a lot more. I'll leave it there to dry, and then I'm gonna work with it from there. So I need to cut that little piece of tan off. There's gonna be, let me get that cut. Because this is a much better feeling rice paper, but this is what's going to go on with that, all these gears and stuff. So it should be really cute when we get through finished. I think that's all I'm gonna do right now. That made me nervous. I'm sweating. I love doing this stuff, but you know, it's always something that I'm not really sure about because I'm just jumping in there and doing the things I want to do to the house here. Anyway, that's all I'm gonna do for right now. I probably have to figure out how I'm gonna cut this to make it lay down in there. I don't know. I sew, so I'm hoping that my sewing, you know, cutting material experience is gonna help me do this. So anyway, I hope y'all having a great day, and when I do the next step, then I'll come back on here. Thanks, talk to you soon. Bye. Hey y'all, I have the hardest time. I can't get my papers to bend around those corners. I don't think they're supposed to. I think that's why in decoupage you do everything in little strips of paper. Anyway, I just kept going until I got it all on there. It doesn't look too great right now, but I wanted you to see where I'm at. There's the, let's see, where are we? There's the one bird, and I still have to sand around. I sanded a little bit, but I have to sand around it, and I'm gonna add things, you know, to it to blend out those lines and everything. But I finally got some paper all in those places in the corners where it would not bend around. I had to cut them up and tear them up and all of that and put them on there. And then there's the other one. And we're not gonna have these straight lines in the end. I'll be sanding those and I'll be putting some other things over them. But anyway, they're so darn cute, these little birds, little parrots, steampunk parrots. But it's gonna take me a minute to make this thing look worth anything. See what I go through? I just want y'all to go through these processes with me so that when you're going through something and it gets all messed up, you won't think it's the end of the world. Because I really kind of thought it was the end of the world there for a minute. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm holding on to the deal. This is what happens when you can't just be still and do your videos. Anyway, I hope y'all had fun worrying about me, because I was about to let y'all see that mess I was going through. But I will show you the rest when I get all finished with it, just showing you what I'm doing. I hope y'all are having a good day. Steve's out there, now they're pouring a driveway for the garage. So anyway, I know I'm probably bumping this light. Anyway, I hope y'all have a good day, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye. Hi y'all. Well, I had to take one of the parrots down because he wasn't as high up on the piece of paper as this one is. So I'm gonna have to use the other one that I bought that we bought just in case, and just in case it happened. That happens a lot. And I'm going to trim it down to where he stands as close to the top as this one does, and then redo him. Anyway, now I'm trying to figure out how to cut this bird so that it'll fit over this trim. And what I'm thinking is I'm gonna go ahead and glue this down and then trim it, because when I hold it out to cut it, it's gonna be a different shape, I just know. So I'm gonna see how it pulls up and everything. So I'm gonna paste it down, and then I'm gonna trim it, and I either will or will not use this extra to fill in and try to make this whole image here. Depends on how it comes out. So you can just go with me through that process. And anyway, it's a process, right? So here we go. I'll probably be focused, and let me see if I can get y'all any closer where you can see. It's really not that big of a deal, but I thought y'all might want to see it, so I'll record it. Anyway, I'm just gonna take my paste, my Mod Podge, and lift this up. It's not completely dry, but it's dried pretty well so that I can handle it a little bit. I'm just gonna paint in this part of the trim piece, because I'm gonna have to do something totally different on that part of the trim piece. It just won't lay right in there. I'm gonna put some paste down here. Let's see if we can get this attached just on this area. I'm doing this a little at a time until I get it figured out. I'm just using my brush to kind of tap it in there. Trying to go with the paper instead of fighting it. Make sure it's tapped up into your bends real well. The brush kind of helps it to fit in there right. And I'm not too worried about doing it all the way down. I'm just trying to get it past that bend right now. I'm going to take my plastic paper and kind of smooth it out. Trying to avoid some of the wrinkling that happens. I know that I'm going to have some wrinkling most likely, but that's okay. It'll blend in later on. It's not too bad. And I'm going to be putting a different type of rice paper over this that'll lay in. I don't really have to worry about my edges. I usually tear them, but I'm going to actually overlap them in this case a little bit. That probably makes some people want to freak out, but okay, that's as good as we're going to get that right now. So I'm really planning to make these edges go back here. When it all gets a little drier, I'll come in and do the same thing to these edges that I did here. I may have to do a cut or two and then lay it together. But this, I'm just not feeling confident. I'm not sure if I could just cut it straight across here and it would lay in. I know that I could just bend this here if this wasn't in tension. So I'm thinking about doing that and then trying to piece this piece in. But that's kind of how decoupage is, at least for me. I just kind of have to go with it until I get it all worked in there. I mean, I could just you know, sand it off right here and let that be good enough, but I'm kind of wanting to work it on in there. So I don't know how it'll turn out. That's the plan. We'll see what happens. Now I have to redo the other side because the papers didn't set the birds evenly in the pictures. One was up higher in the picture than the other one was. So I'm going to have to trim it and then put it back. I'll take another video of that in a little while. Thanks. Hey y'all, I have the hardest time. I can't get my papers to bend around those corners. I don't think they're supposed to. I think that's why in decoupage you do everything in little strips of paper. Anyway, I just kept going until I got it all on there. It doesn't look too great right now, but I wanted you to see where I'm at. There's the, let's see, where are we? There's the one bird. And I still have to sand around. I sanded a little bit, but I have to sand around it, and I'm going to add things, you know, to it to blend out those lines and everything. But I finally got some paper all in those places in the corners where it would not bend around. I had to cut them up and tear them up and all of that and put them on there. And then there's the other one. And we're not going to have these straight lines in the end. I'll be sanding those and I'll be putting some other things over them. But anyway, they're so darn cute, these little birds, little parrots, steampunk parrots. But it's going to take me a minute to make this thing look worth anything. See what I go through? I just want y'all to go through these processes with me so that when you're going through something and it gets all messed up, you won't think it's the end of the world, because I really kind of thought it was the end of the world there for a minute. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm holding on to the deal. This is what happens when you can't just be still and do your videos. Anyway, I hope y'all had fun worrying about me because I wasn't about to let y'all see that mess I was going through. But I will show you the rest when I get all finished with it. Just showing you what I'm doing. I hope y'all are having a good day. Steve's out there. Now they're pouring a driveway for the garage. So anyway, I know I'm probably bumping this light. Anyway, I hope y'all have a good day, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.